All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Jacob, and I'm starting a new software company. And I just got the website for my new app live, and there it is, right there. I Website design was like the only programming that I actually kind of knew before I started this whole process. Um, Vibe coding and doing all that, something I started maybe 2 months ago at this point. And I've built several apps. This one called Acadesis is now live and available for student use. And some of my students are starting to use it, and it's open to the world if anyone else wants to start to use it. But I've been struggling with the website. Of all things, the one thing that I knew how to do is the one thing I was struggling with. Um, I had tried to get like Claude to build one, and I wasn't sure how to really get it onto the website. So that was a little bit goofy, and I was like, well, I'll just do it the normal way. I'm used to using WordPress to run a website, and I was starting to build that together, and it wasn't working quite right. I wasn't really happy with it. So tonight, as I've been tweaking and polishing the app, I just opened up a second window in ChatGPT Codex and said, hey, can you build me a website? Here are the files. You know, can we do this? I couldn't believe how easy that was. All I had to do was drop in the files that it wrote, and boom, it was live. I didn't know it was that easy. I was all nervous about the updating process, but that was easy. That was really, really easy. Um, so that's exciting. And I think it did a great job. Everything looks good. The copy looks good. I had to tweak a couple things. It had built this like fake preview of the app, which I'm not sure why it didn't look like the app because it had the actual code, but whatever. It didn't look right. And it was squishing it anyway. So I'm like, you know what, let's replace the real screenshots and make a carousel. And it's like, okay, give me the screenshots. So I did it. I tweaked a couple words that were wrong, and we're live again. And so now we finally have the app nice and beautiful. Now I can make the app for not the app, the website. I can run the website for my company, which I've been holding off on. And yeah, just keep polishing and pushing out the app. What I've been doing, so the app went live Tuesday, and it's Friday, Tuesday night. So it's live now. I'm trying to push out updates basically every single night until I feel we have a very solid version of the app, that I can start building out desktop and mobile apps from there. So my plan right now is to take this web app, which has been designed to be adapted later. And you know, like it's pretty adaptive already. If you pull it up on a mobile device, it's already adapting and squeezing sizes, and that's something I've spent a lot of time on as well to make sure that that's a good experience. And I've even been adding new features to the app tonight. Pretty excited about those. I think they're really, really good features. But I think hopefully the process is pretty smooth transferring everything over. The desktop app, I'm gonna put it first out on Windows, and so you'll be able to download it from the website, and then you would just log in to it from there. So it would be a free download for anyone to use, and then just for the AI support features, you would just need to pay for that access, and then you need a live internet connection to be able to use a lot of those things. So I think I'll be able to get that out first, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. I mean, I was thinking today, what am I going to have in the drop-down menus? Because everything is built onto the page. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I'm also going to put out on Android as soon as I can, so that's out there. But it's probably going to be a little while before I can get to Apple devices. I've mentioned this in some of the other videos. I have a Mac Mini on order, and everyone's ordering Mac Minis right now, so it'll be here in like a month, and then I'll be able to build out those apps. And I plan on making a universal app, so that it's available on Mac iPad and iPhone. And so then it'll be all out there. And honestly, I'm already starting to work on some new apps. I started a new app today. It's not that difficult to get a working model of an app out and to start iterating it with vibe coding. And as I learn a workflow that kind of makes sense and works for me, I'm learning so much, and everything goes faster. I mean, even just this app, this version of the app that's here now, it is so incredibly powerful, and there are so many features available right now. And I wasn't even doing anything 2 months ago. So that shows just how fast things can get put together. I've been talking to the guy who runs our learning management system at the college where I teach at. I've been sharing my progress with him, and he was asking how the back end and the front end for everything works. And I get a little confused on some of those terms, even though I'm seeing them as I build everything out. I'll share what I remember, and I apologize that I'm probably getting some of this mixed up. It is a Vite app. I think it's Node.js. I think it's Node.js. Storage and OAuth I'm doing through Google's Firebase and whatever the storage is called. That's run in the background, so that's how OAuth and stuff is working. I'd started with Clerk and with Supabase, but it wasn't working the way that I wanted it to. So I'm just doing the Google services, and that I think will work well for now. I'm coding through a mixture of Claude Code and ChatGPT's Codex. And sometimes I pull in some other AIs to do research and things like that. But those are the apps and products that I'm using right now. So thanks for sticking around to watch this update. Even if I appreciate you watching, but even if no one is watching, I want to push myself to try and put an update out every single day. If nothing else, to show what the process is like, to communicate what's happening, but also I'll be able to come back later and watch his progress. So, but you're here, and thanks for checking this out. I appreciate it. I'll post another update tomorrow. Probably be doing a little more. It's a Friday night. I'll probably be working on polishing the app a little more. Acadesis. I might put out the Lauritsen Systems, my company, website tomorrow, and maybe I'll tell you about the app I started spinning up today. This one's I'll be able to have that up in probably a couple days, but I think it'll be a nice utility for teachers. I'll say that. All right, thanks for checking this out. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.